Shri Gurucharitra, Chapter 17. Shri Gurudev Datta Parabrahmane Namaha. Boon to a dullard boy, the glory of Bilwadi Kshetra. Elaborating Shri Gurucharitra, Siddha Muni said, O Namadharaka, while Shri Guruji was living in Bilwadi Kshetra, his infinite glories were unfolded from there. There, on the bank of river Krishna, in an inaccessible place beneath the Audumbar tree, he observed the Chaturmas, a period of 4 months, vow without the knowledge of anyone. During that period, he lived there by seeking alms. To that, Namadharaka questioned, Hey Siddhamuni, in reality, Sri Guruji is an incarnation of Holy Trinity. That being so, what made him to live secretly? What is the need for him to follow the religious practices rigorously? What is the need for a guru to ask alms from others when he himself is the giver of food to one and all? Thus questioning, Namadharaka wanted to get all his doubts cleared from Siddhamuni. Then sage Siddha replied, Dear disciple, the ascetics need to lead a life necessarily by seeking alms only. There are instances in the past where even the great souls like Sri Shankar Bhagwan resorted to alms seeking for his living. Sri Guruji's dependence on alms seeking was meant only for the benefit of devotees. By that, he had nothing to achieve as he is a super soul. Whatever religious practices like penance, japa, and religious pursuits the ascetics undertake are meant for the benediction of devotees only. To be away from the trouble caused by wicked ones, the cheats, selfish fellows, hypocrites, and the like, Sri Guruji preferred isolated living for some time in Billavadi. Just as it is impossible to hide the magnificent brilliance of sun god, the same way it was impossible to keep secret the real form of Guruji for a long time, who commanded infinite glories. The devotees thronged in large numbers to seek his blessings. An incident that took place after some time at that kshetra prepared a ground for his appearance before the masses. There was a renowned learned Brahmin near Karvir Kshetra who was well versed in Vedas, scriptures, epics, and other related subjects. He used to follow the religious rituals and practices very meticulously with due allegiance and got engrossed in pious deeds. It was his natural disposition to extend the philanthropy by helping the needy ones spontaneously. He was blessed with a son who happened to be a dullard. His parents expired when he was a small boy, leaving him to his fate. The orphan boy was brought up with the cooperation and help of neighbors. In due course of time, the boy attained the age of 7 years. The noble ones from that village took the initiative to perform the thread ceremony of that stupid boy according to the prevailing tradition of Brahmin families. However, that boy was not keen in pursuing any religious practices like japa, penance, holy bath, sandhya, vandan, and the study of scriptures and other ordained obligations of an ideal Brahmin. He was very poor in reckoning what he studied and was very slow in grasping the subject matter taught to him. He was dull-headed. He used to forget whatever little he studied. That stupid boy was a liability and unwanted by everyone. In fact, he was leading such a miserable and meaningless life that he became a burden to the earth. He was subjected to criticism by the residents of that village. He became a target of abuses by all. Some people started teasing him in his presence, condemning and using harsh words this way. Hey foolish fellow, your living has been rendered worthless even though you are born in a reputed learned scholarly Brahmin family. You are being discarded by everyone. By your behavior you have brought ill fame to your family. Let your living be condemned. The educated ones are respected everywhere. One who is uneducated does not deserve to gain any knowledge in this world. The educated ones are honored not only within the country but also outside the country. The only real wealth which one is supposed to possess is education. However, you are lacking that precious wealth. Instead of leading a worthless life, you better jump into the river by tying a heavy stone to your stomach and end your life. Thus, all of them used to criticize him the way they willed. The grieved boy, who was disrespected by all the people of that village, saluted them and pleaded with folded hands thus: "Hey gentlemen, I tried my level best to acquire education, but it appears that education is not written in my destiny. Kindly educate me by means you deem fit and save me from this disregard and mental torture by the people at large." Then the people who were present there ridiculed him and said, "O foolish boy, you are not destined to be educated, at least in this birth. For your livelihood, you should depend on begging and not otherwise. Your birth is even unfit for pretty jobs." The boy got hurt very much after listening to their abusive dialogues. He also got dejected in his life. He did not wish to live any more by being a burden to the society and unwanted by everyone. To end his life by committing suicide, the disgusted boy moved towards a forest. To get his good luck, the boy reached the village Bhilwadi. There he took the darshan of goddess Bhuvaneshwari and, abdicating his routine rituals, observed hunger strike for 3 days, not yielding to anyone's advice. Even then, the goddess was not kindly disposed towards him. He became angry on the goddess and censured her. He abused her for her inaction. In a passionate mood, he chopped off his tongue and offered the same at the lotus feet of the mother and dialogued with her this way: "Hey mother, should you deject me any more, I am going to chop off my head and offer it to you." When he was in deep sleep, the goddess who appeared before him in his dream dictated, "O young boy, there is no point in getting angry on me. It is futile to condemn me. My dear son, do not be disappointed. Now you must surrender to that great ascetic who is residing near Audumbar tree across the western bank of Krishna river and seek his blessings. He is the divine trinity who is capable of fulfilling your desire." The boy instantly got up from the sleep. He was very much surprised when he recollected the incidents of his dream. As per the instructions of goddess, he left Bilwadi and, crossing over the river Krishna, arrived at the vicinity of Audumbar Kshetra. He saw Shri Guruji sitting there below the Audumbar tree. He laid down his head before the feet of Shri Guruji and devotedly saluted him. He also washed the feet of Shri Guruji and eulogized him by several means and gratified him. Shri Guruji, who was deeply pleased by his devotion, placed his bless-conferring hand on his head. Within no time, his tongue was replaced. His physical deficiency got rectified and everything was all right with the tongue. He was fully educated. Immediately after touching Shri Guruji's feet, he acquired knowledge pertaining to Vedas and scriptures. Thereafter, with a feeling of immense gratitude to Guru, he returned to his hometown Kolhapur. The glories of Guru have no boundaries. A man can fulfill all his desires just by being subjected to the grace of Guru. But those with egoistic and arrogant tendencies shall never qualify for the grace of Guru. Thus said the sage Siddha to Namadharaka. Here ends the 17th chapter in the most auspicious Shri Gurucharitra. Shri Gurudeva Datta. Shri Guru Dattatreya Arpanamastu.